Jamie Clarke. I'm 28 years old. Welsh. 54. Probably qualifying for the Crucible for the first time when I had to win 3 matches out of 3 to qualify. It's like winning a tournament in itself. And if I didn't win those 3 matches, I'd have been off the main tour and I'd have had to go into Q school and re-qualify through the whole system. So I was very proud I could handle the pressure under in that situation. Probably playing in Terry Griffiths' matchroom when I was 8 years old with my father. We played a few sports. He took me out and playing football and rugby and cricket and everything. But I just fell in love with snooker straight away. And from him giving me 50 start when I was 8 years old, then I was giving him 50 start a year later. Ronnie O'Sullivan, just the way he played and his charisma on the table, and he was like a breath of fresh air for snooker from my earliest memory. In snooker, obviously you've got the top boys, Ronnie O'Sullivan, John Higgins, who you sort of know you might not be as good as because they're that good, but they're the ones that have set the bar, especially in this day and age. And probably the boys I've grown up with, coming up through the junior ranks, they're all pushing on, I'm pushing on, and we're going to see what we can do in the future. Definitely qualifying for the Crucible the first time, just because of the situation I was in, the pressure, all or nothing. It was either all your Christmases come at once, or it was nothing, and you have to start all over again for another year. So definitely qualifying for the Crucible the first time. Work as hard as I can. Really push forward with my game and my fitness, and hopefully, get deeper in tournaments and maybe win a tournament in the next couple of years and see where that takes me. Um, Probably just losing, in general, losing on the tour is difficult, and you've got the long drive home or the long train home, and you've got to sort of deal with your thoughts, especially if you're on your own, and you've then got to go through where did I go wrong, what could I do right next time, and if you win, it's all easy, but that's probably the overall the hardest thing on the tour to do. Uh, Definitely have good enjoyment for the game and work really hard and don't let don't let people tell you that it's too hard or too difficult, because that's what I had when I was a kid growing up. And I think going forward, just work as hard as you can and play the best players you possibly can, as much as you can, and yeah, just work as hard as you can. Too many. The travelling, especially if you've got to go to China or something like that, and you've got 24 hours door to door, and then you've got obviously the travelling that comes with that, and the planes and trains and long drives, and the losing is probably the most difficult part. I think every snooker player will say, it doesn't matter what match you lose in, if it's a quarter final or first round, you've still got to go through because it's your job now at this stage. You've got to win to fund your life and everything. So I'd say losing and travelling. I think a lot of snooker players would agree as well. I turned pro in 2018, which was sort of the tip of the iceberg, because from the age of probably 16 or 17, you get one chance a year, two chances a year to turn professional. You have to go through the Q school, which is 200 odd people, and you all go into a draw, and only 4 go through as professionals. And I finished 5th and 6th, probably 7 years in a row, 6 years in a row. So to keep coming back and to keep, striving on, and to keep, you're on a minus financially every year, and to find the grit and determination to come back and succeed, that was something I was very proud of. Just my tenacity, I think, especially on the table. Obviously, everyone goes through normal stuff off the table, but on the table is quite a challenging sport. It's all in the mind, and once you get to a certain level, especially, um, probably my determination to turn pro, probably my best achievement, and just now not taking no for an answer. Uh, Championship League coming up now. I've got Joe Perry, Stuart Carrington, and Andy Lee in my group. Tough group, my opinion, especially with such a short format. Being the Championship League is a group format, so only one goes through, and you've got 2, 3, and 4 go home, and they don't play in the next stage. Last season, I believe I topped the group last season. It was Judd Trump, Sean O'Sullivan, and Pena Song. They were in my group, and I thought I'd done pretty well, especially with the start of the day last year. It was, I believe, Judd drew one, I drew one, I won one, Judd drew one. So then it all came down to me and Judd, and I needed 2 frames, which I managed to get. Both had a little bit of luck along the way, but that's what can happen in this sort of format where it's so short. It's a bit like the 2020 cricket, I suppose, where you just go in and you play frame by frame rather than playing for a correct goal of like 4 frames or 5 frames. So a lot more cutthroat, but hopefully this year I can top the group again and maybe go forward, top the next group, and who knows what can happen. This tournament is streamed on YouTube, and it's Matchroom Sport Championship League. It's a ranking event, which is obviously important to the professional snooker players, where they want to try and get as many ranking points as they can to stay as a main tour player or to push on and possibly win a ranking event. So this could be a good opportunity for a lot of the boys, especially some of the lower ranked, where it's not such a long format. It's a bit of a shorter format. Every frame counts, and if people are tied on frames, like people have been, I think, already in this tournament, where they're 5 frames all, and it comes down to the highest break. So, there's a lot of things that can happen, especially in such an exciting short format. It's been streamed live on YouTube, which is exciting, especially the way the world is now, and so a lot of things are going online. And obviously, with a lot of people watching, there's some good sponsorship opportunities for people out there if they want to get the game on YouTube. And this makes it really exciting.